Hey everyone, how's it going? Christina here. Welcome back to another video. Taking a look at the turbo chart today. We're in the 1 month view right now. I kind of just want to dive right in here. For the month, we're up 44.12%. I think the one word that I would use to kind of describe the chart lately is volatile because it has been very up and down, and it has been up and down for a few months now. We see it kind of skyrocket and then, come down and go through a bit of a sharp correction, and then it makes its way back up again and then back down. That is not to say it's a bad coin, a bad project. Actually, I believe Turbo is one of the strongest coins in not only the meme community, but the entire market. I think it's in a top 10 for a lot of people. And, I really think it's a great long-term hold. So by me calling it volatile does not mean I don't believe in the project. And if I didn't believe in the project, I wouldn't be covering it on the channel. I just think the chart has been a little bit up and down. Um, and I'm really all about honesty and integrity on my channel and in my videos. So I try to be as realistic as possible with you guys. And, when a chart is looking kind of up and down, even for some of the best projects in the crypto space, I have to be honest and, say that. It hasn't been, terribly volatile, like horrible, but I would say it's kind of volatile. If we move on over here to the 7-day view, it's down 19.32%. Um, and we see this decline take place happening. It looks like, yeah, kind of overnight. So on September 28th, we're working with two zeros here, which is not bad for Turbo. I think this is easily going to hit 1 cent very soon. Hopefully by the end of maybe October into November. I think that's definitely possible depending on what takes place this month. But we see this decline kind of start to happen on the 28th, and then overnight it goes down to about 60. So we went from 66 to about 60 overnight, which is not huge. Overnight from the 28th of September into the 29th, which is not huge, but then it goes down a little bit more, and we see it go down to 56 by September 30th, and then we see a plunge here down to 50 by October 1st, and then we see a plunge down to 48, and then 48 by October 3rd, and then back up again a little bit. So it's kind of in this 50 range right now, 50, 51, which is not horrible. So for the past 7 days, we have an all-time high of 66 with an all-time low of 47. Um, it's down slightly as well, obviously, for the past 24 hours. It's down 1.55%. So, the Binance listing really helped it. But that's not to say, it didn't come back down again. And I think we're seeing that a lot with some of these meme coins because they are meme coins and they do tend to be very volatile. But I think we saw some great results with the Binance listing. But um, my advice to all of you is just keep holding it. Hold it through the volatile moments, hold it through the ups and downs. Just keep on holding it. And do not sell it. I think it's a great long-term hold, and I think a year from now you're going to have some pretty big profits on this one. I think there's going to come a time during this bull cycle where we're going to really get past all these ups and downs, and it's just really going to be on the upside permanently. So just hold it on through. And if you'd like to take advantage of some of these red days, I don't think it's a bad thing. Do I think now is the ideal time to be buying Turbo? If you haven't, no, I don't think it's the ideal time. I think the time to buy it was down here. But it's still kind of cheap right now. You could still make a lot of money on it, or a good chunk of money, I should say, if you were to opt in now. But I don't think it's the ideal time to have bought it. I think the people who really knew that turbo was a real hidden gem, bought it like 6 months ago. So, um, that's all I'm going to say on that. But again, if you don't have it in your portfolio, um, I, there might be some better options. I'm just going to say that. But if you do have it in your portfolio, and you want to keep continuing to buy it, I think that's a different kind of scenario. I think you can absolutely do that if you want. But yeah, I think the ideal time to buy it was when it was really at the bottom down here because those people who bought it down here, they are making a lot of money right now and will continue to pack their bags. So that's just my little uh take on, timing for turbo and when was the best time to buy and all that. Um, so yeah, so it's the Binance listing, and I think that really helped with the price. If we look over, even though now it's kind of going through, I think another correction, it kind of seems like, but if we look over at the community sentiment, of course, 93% of the community is bullish on Turbo and 7% is bearish. I think that's pretty accurate. I think many people are bullish on Turbo. I think it's a great project, great coin. My price prediction for this is I think this is a 2025 price prediction. Um, Not the beginning of 2025, further out into 2025. I think this could go to a 30 to 40 billion dollar market cap, which would put it at a fifty to 70 cent range. I think it'll be hitting 1 cent soon. I do think it's possible, perhaps at the end of October and the beginning of November, if we see some movement like we did when it got the Binance listing, right? Because it skyrocketed all the way up to like when was this? Like, well, 66. But we've seen it as high as, 70, and then what was the all-time high here? 94, so almost at 1 cent. So I think if it picks up if it continues to kind of go up a little bit in the next few weeks, and perhaps we see some similar movement as we did when it got the Binance listing, I think it's possible to hit 1 cent, if not by the end of October, sometime in the first half of November. I think that's definitely possible. I do believe we will be at 1 cent by the end of the year. It's just hard to kind of time when exactly. And lately, I kind of feel like I'm getting myself all worked up and confused and frustrated trying to time the market. And the reality is, it's extremely hard to time the market. And I don't think the best experts out there can necessarily time the market to a T exactly. There's a lot of creators and influencers there on YouTube who I think are amazing, but their predictions in terms of timing, like when price is going to hit, at this certain point or at this certain point or at this certain point, they might be the greatest investors in the world, and a lot of them are, but already I know many of them their predictions did not come to pass. So and that doesn't have to do with the lack of experience or anything like that. It's just the market is hard to time. It's very volatile, and we do not have control over a lot of the external conditions that kind of affect those ups and downs. There's no way we could have predicted a market crash like what happened in a few months ago, like in the beginning of August. There's no way we could predict those kinds of things. So it is hard to predict that, and I'm going to try and do that less and less in my future videos. But when I do that, I think it's just like a probable hypothesis, like, something I'm hopeful that will happen, but I'm not 100% positive. So take these predictions with a grain of salt. Again, it's just a probability. We will see what happens. I'm hopeful, but I think the meme category in particular right now is experiencing a severe delay. I think they're really having a hard time, some of these prices coming back up and recovering from the market crash. We saw a recovery with Turbo with the Binance listing. We're seeing a recovery with Hoppy. Caspa is down right now with a nice discount. Don't get me wrong, but it's down a little bit. Brett is still trying to wake up. So we have a lot of things we're dealing with, but I think we'll get there. Um, I'm hopeful these numbers are going to change towards the end of the year. Let's see what happens. I think we're just experiencing some delays. But yeah, so that's my take on Turbo today. That's my take on the market as a whole. Uh, just a little analyzing there as to the conditions we're experiencing right now. But I am hopeful, and I think we're going to make a lot of money. So just stay positive. Buy at these discounts. Take advantage of all the discounts. Continue to hold. Do not sell anything. This is not the time to be selling. And yeah, I'm here. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to guide you, to update you through everything. I think we're going to have a lot of fun during this bull cycle. And let's just all kind of stay hopeful. Just a few things before I end this video as well. Social media links are in the description section. Instagram, X, Discord server. I also have a monthly membership going on for $3.99 a month. If you're interested in that, check it out. My merch store is also up and running. Check that out on the store tab on the channel. And of course, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It is so appreciated. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.